Yeah, so this is the real West Coast Reefer. Um, been in the hobby for about 3 years now.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
Basically, for me, when I first started, um, didn't know anything about reefing. Just went straight to SPS, and I just went all gun ho. But one of the reasons why I got into that hobby is one of the first things I saw was CJ, actually, CJ Aquariums. I want to give him props. Just the way he talked and the way he explained and what he was going through got me interested into the hobby. So this is my first system that I set up here. It's a Red Sea Reefer, 525. And one of the things that, if you see here, you see nothing but SPS dominant. Another inspiration of mine was Rico's Aquariums. I remember the first day I heard Rico, he was on CJ's Reef Shack. You know, if people don't know Rico, he's a real straight shooter. So, I just listened to what he was talking about. And the way this system is set up, let me go back to, I'm gonna tell you some of the trials I had. Being a new person in the hobby, I didn't know where to get my research from. So I didn't know how to learn about the hobby. So one of the things I was doing, you search the internet, you search the forums, and you look on YouTube, you look at so many different ways and so many people doing things. And for me, I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff, thought about going bio pellets when I didn't know anything about it, didn't know why I was gonna use bio pellets, but just all kinds of different methods out there trying to do certain things. But to go back, what I was saying is I heard Rico on the Reef Shack, and he talking about making the hobby simpler. Think before you do something, and just by me listening to some of his methods, kind of made myself after my first year, to just think simpler, get rid of some of the junk that I had on my system, and just think before I do something, think before I react. So this is what I came to right now as far as my 3 years being in. This system, like I said, is a Red Sea 525 XL. It's a 110 gallon display with about a 38 gallon sump. And it's SPS dominant. I went straight into SPS from the beginning. After my first year, I just figured I'd go ahead and do it. This is what I liked, and I became a stickhead. The system is running on a oversized skimmer, calcium reactor, a chelo reactor, and some dosing pumps that I use just for some aminos and stuff like that. But other than that, it's kind of basic and it's kind of simple. Running T5's system with Radion, so it's a hybrid setup, and that's pretty much it. Kind of what's going on, In the beginning, for me, some of the trials that I had was trying to find the balance within my system. Try to find out where the nutrients need to be. Finding that, if I'm feeding too much, if I'm not feeding too much. If you can see here, I got over about, I think it's like 25 fish in a 110 gallon tank. And it's pretty tightly packed. So I try not to feed too much, but they do eat off the system. I let them do what they have to do for the system. So just trying to find that balance in the tank. What else?
How did you end up into doing SPS, I guess?
For me, what I liked about SPS is the variety of colors that you can get. Not to say you can't get that in LPS2, but I'm a person who likes challenge, and I want to bring out the best of what I can bring out of something. So was trying to get the best colors out of my SPS. Trying to find variations and stuff like that. And try to, if you look at the system here, acro's been moved from different places and different things, just so I can make a variety of colors in one, not the same colors in one spot, but just a variety of colors in different spots. And the challenge for me is, well, I just like a challenge. That's the kind of person I am. I don't want to be just having a tank and just letting it do what it has to do, but I also want to challenge myself to trying to bring the best out of my acros.
So now that you're overpacked right now, what's the plan and what's the future for this aquarium?
Well, I have something in the works. What's coming after this is a 300-gallon tank. This is going to be still here, but I'm going to upgrade to a 300-gallon. Right now, I have no room for anything else in this system. So my goal is to continue growing this out and also help it maintain, grow out into the next system. So I know it's going to be a long progression for me, but the goal is to eventually have my favorite acros out of here into the 300 system. And then eventually using this tank as a frac tank.
So if people want to follow you for your next build, I know you don't really do a whole lot. You try to do as much as you can on some of the social platforms like YouTube and Instagram. Where can people find you if they want to follow you and see what's going on with your system when you make updates for it?
Well, if you want to follow me, right now you can follow me on the Real West Coast Reefer.
What is
on
it?
Instagram.
What is it?
The Real West Coast Reefer. I had to change my name. It's too many. When I first started, I was the only West Coast Reefer, and now it's too many West Coast Reefers. So I had to change my name to the Real West Coast Reefer on Instagram. My YouTube right now is still West Coast Reefer. I do plan on, be honest with you, when I first started YouTube, my plan wasn't to really get popular on YouTube in the beginning. It was just to document my own progress for myself. But I see how the hobby is grown, and so I do try to plan on, when I do the next system, is to try to document on YouTube my progress on that. So that is the plan for the next system. So I will also be posting some YouTube videos. Those videos probably won't be long, but just to show the progression of that. But right now, for any updates, the Real West Coast Reefer on Instagram.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me come over to your house and invite me over to record your system and hang out and pretty much be my chauffeur for this weekend.
Yeah.
Just want to say thanks, man, for having us over, and so stay tuned.